right, we got the hood prepped up and ready. We're gonna spray some of that black rust killer on here. If y'all new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Bezo with Wheels. We wasn't paying nobody to come in and paint nothing. Anyways, we got this bad boy pretty much sanded down with some 150 grit. We're gonna Scotch Brite the little small angles. It's an easier way you could do it, really, Scotch Brite. And then you'll slap that. If you have the loop and pull, which is the Velcro, tear on and off, you can slap that on the back of it, you know, Scotch Brite, and just go hand with the sand and all of there in there. Now this ain't gonna be my hourly bill. What's up, big dog? Get out of there. We're not gonna do like an hourly bill. This is a flat rate bill, so I'm expressing that so you can understand both sides of, you know, of a customer standpoint and a business owner standpoint. Now I got a lot of people that follow me on the channel that are interested in having a body shop building, you know, process or mindset, starting a business with it. So this will give you both perspectives. An hourly bill, you would try to highly perfect, you know, smooth, flatness, everything, taking this off, taking that off, cleaning all of this up, cleaning a little bit more of this, these right here, making sure that these are pinched together like so, maybe filling in the holes that you're not using. Where are we at? What else? Cleaning this up, cleaning a little bit of that up, cleaning this up, like literally being descriptive and making it look like it was farther than factory. That's a custom hourly bill. This is a hood we about to paint, big dog. Can you paint? Absolutely. You can do anything you want. You can be a pilot. You can be a musician. You can be whatever you want to be. You want to paint? You can do it. All right. So this right here, like I said, we'll tighten it up with the 150, get a lot of that surface rust off, and then he does have the rust killer, sealer and primer. So this is going to kill it. It's going to stop it. It's going to prevent it. All of that good stuff. Can you paint over here? I got a panel you can paint. We can't paint this. Customer gonna be on my ass. I'm like, hey man, you let that little 2-year-old, little 5-year-old paint? You said what now? You can sit down. You can sit there. So just like this, you're gonna have to literally grind this out, clean it up, and then fiberglass. And now this is just, you ain't got a fiberglass. You can wipe it either, whatever you want to use, because it's not through it. It's not through it. This is really smooth on the backside. I don't feel nothing being rougher than that. Nah, man, you're gonna tear it up. You gotta know what you're doing. You gotta ask your daddy over there. He gonna have you change transmissions before painting. Anyway, yeah, so like I said, that's not bad. This is, we're taking the surface rust with our angle grinder and then proceeding. So like I said, that's more of an hourly. A flat rate is like, okay, these are what I'm going to fix. That's what I'm going to do. Anything outside of that, I'll run it by you. But yeah, that's normally where it goes. So going to sand this down with some 150 grit, get a little bit more of it. Our biggest thing is feather edging, getting all the deep scratches out. That's what we're focused on. Repairing it, yeah, you're looking at, number wise, you're probably looking at a $500 repair. What do you mean, Bezo? I mean, cleaning all of this up, actually taking care of the flatness of the rust. Oh, well, why don't you just buy a new hood? Exactly. Yeah, you see what I mean? Look how, or I could tell you to go get a new hood, but I guarantee that hood that you buy is gonna have that, it's gonna have that, it's gonna have that. Some of it is not gonna be probably pinched. I've seen brand new hoods come in and I'm like, what the hell? So, and OEM ain't as perfect as you think if you're trying to go with an hourly customized, fully flawless, immaculate, like 2 different lanes, man. Really a few different other lanes. You got scuff and shoots, you got a paint job, and then you have an hourly custom build. So yeah, going black, not to ramble, but yeah, man. So it's going black. The jams are already scuffed. We're actually going to go ahead and seal the jams. There's no body work that needs to be done right now. We're taking the hinges off. You do have to go inside the dash, and there's a perfect hole for you to be able to get that out. It's gonna be one bolt that's facing out, and then the rest of them are shooting in. We're disassembling that right now on both sides. The hood is prepped up. We got our foam wrap so that way it don't mess up that body work. So we're scuffing up in here because the lip is going to be painted. This is still considered the fender, so that's gonna be painted as well. So what we're focusing on right now, she's doing the bed. Like I said, the whole roof, the rail had to be wiped. So yeah. So today we're gonna paint the hood black. We're going to jam it black and then shoot the candy on the jams of the truck. We'll let that sit, which would be pretty cool. We'll go ahead and clear it as well, and then we will finish up on the bodywork of the doors. Right now our main concern is the bed because it is fairly rough. We did a lot of pulling. We did a ton of pulling, and then we did a lot of wiping, and then a little bit of the welding. So like I said, the main goal is to get it to where you do not have to wipe hardly anything. That's the main goal, is to get it to use as less Bondo as possible. But when you're structuring that hourly, structuring the metal, that you leaning on an hourly type gig. So not too much time. Pull as much as we can, tap, and then and tap it down. So for the most part, man, we rolling with it. Y'all stay tuned. Bae says she thinks she wiped all the spots. Everything pretty much has got to be blocked. Now let's get back to the jams. This is the fun shit. So we're gonna stick this 14. You see what I'm saying? You see how you can see the threads? Yeah, we're gonna go inside. Mind you, this is the fourth one that we done did. And I feel pretty comfortable with working on the C10s. I can probably put them together, take them apart. We took the whole dash off before, so yeah, we're gonna knock this out, man. I'm excited about this build. I hope y'all hit the subscribe button. Stay tuned. Let's keep going. I stole your shit. Did you get that one off in the inside? Yeah, all right, bet. They on there tight? Yeah. Damn. Ooh wee. So that's the bet. This tell you where it's at. So you can go through here. You vent. Luckily the vent. Ooh, thank God the vent was already off. So and I don't even know if we can. Yeah, we couldn't even get the socket on there. So you can't even get the socket on there. So let me figure it out right quick, and then I'll cut y'all back on. That extension in half, that's what our issue was. It wasn't even an issue. Just had to go find them up. Anyway, let's try to get that bad boy in there. Yes, I'm recording. I gotta pay you or something? I gotta pay you? Dang, girl, what you do? Go swimming in the Bondo? Damn. Yeah.
That's what I'm ready for. I'm good.
Oh, yeah, bro, that ain't shit.
Yeah, that's all I want to do right now. Just
Bro, you gonna leave it like that because of how clean it's gonna look. All right, we got that one out. So y'all, let's keep going. All right, we got the passenger side hinge off. We got our bags, our bolts in the bag. So we'll do that, and then what we'll do is we'll do a soft edge and come down. Lid is black. Everything will be in here black, and then we'll shoot this blue. This will be candy, of course, all of that. We'll take off the driver's side hinge. So now oh yeah, everything is pretty much off and in place to where it needs to be, so we can go ahead and get this bad boy sprayed. But we'll seal it first with the black sealer, then we'll base it. Driver's side is done as well. Got that big boy LS in there. Yeah, driver's side, we did have to feed it through. It's gonna be a rubber boot right here. Finally got that taken out. It took about 15 minutes a piece. So yeah, everything's good. She's still working on the bed. So let's get this bad boy rolled over there and masked up. All right, y'all, man, we back at it. We on the, well, I gotta plug the lights in. Give me just a second. Hold on, get these lights in. There we go. All right, I got this extension cord, but man, we pretty much masked up and ready to go. We're gonna shoot some black sealer on here. Sealer and primer is two different things. With the primer, you're gonna have to sand it. So if you priming it because you did a lot of body work and you got a lot of bare metal showing, or you want some imperfections to be covered up, that you see that you know that primer is gonna get out, then you will go ahead and primer. But in this case, we've sanded, we got everything feather edged and smooth. Now we about to seal it. Seal it is gonna prevent us from having to prime it and sand it. We ain't trying to do all that extra. You don't have to. Look at all these wires. It's crazy. I need this one though. So got my guy J-Dog over there getting it in. Yes, sir. But he gonna tighten up on the mask and he wiping it down with some alcohol and static rags that'll just kind of minimize the dust. Yeah, like I said, about to get ready to spray this sealer first. We'll probably do 2 coats, and then after that, we'll shoot some black base on there, and then jump up to the next level, which is the candy. Clear it, and we'll be done with the jam. So let's get it. All right, activating the goddamn jets. Let's run it. Yes, sir. While I put that paint gun, let's get it. So everything's been wiped down. We got it masked up. And yeah. Yes, sir. All right. Test spray. Have that. Don't overthink it, just dive into it. With it being so cold, I'm not gonna do it heavy. Less room for imperfections, like it trying to separate or it trying to bubble up on you, or, you know. Give it a little dust pass. Just some good stuff, because you're talking about rust killer and a sealer. That's pretty dope. Just doing a dust coat. Just doing a dust coat. I don't have a controlled environment, so I gotta read the panel, feel the panel, smell the panel, taste the panel. Nah, I'm just playing. I ain't tasting none of that. Now, when that first coat kind of tacks up and dries somewhat, then I can hit my normal standard type of coat. I'm not gonna force anything, just let it tack. Oh, I'm tripping, I got a hood to do. All right, we got the hood. We got the hood in position. I'm gonna scoot this over. Really need to cover up that damn hood now. I'm getting a little close to it. Let's cover up these parts. That shit was annoying. All right, not gonna overthink it, like I said. Uh-oh, grab this hole, boom. Side of it. Pushing out some paint and clear. I don't want it too wet, nothing like that. Now, like I said, if I was in an actual paint booth, temperature controlled, then yeah, my pattern would be a little different, speed would be a little different, distance would be a little different. That plastic over the part. I'm just paying attention to how it's drying. Then we can come back over here now that we got that. Now we can go a little bit heavier. That side is done. There's no need to hit no more than 2 coats. That sealer laying down great. We'll do this side. Boom. You can go like this. You can do it like that. Get behind that striker. Woo. Okay, that sealer's gonna do its job. Sometimes it be a little rough in here. In them pockets. That sealer just made it a little more smoother. And or it gave us room to work with if the little pockets and corners was dirty. So we'd be able to sand it out. That's how we look. Now this, honestly, this trunk, we can hit it because like I said, I didn't hit a full wet coat. Now we're just gonna go at it at different angles. Bottom. Missed that. There we go. So I lay the sealer. Sealer is done. Like I said, I don't like it too wet. First coat is pretty like medium wet, a little less than medium wet. Then the second coat is wet, and if I need to put a third coat, I put the same as the second. All right, y'all. That bad boy is primed. We're gonna get it sanded down here in a little bit. Got the heaters going. It got pretty warm in here. We'll go ahead and cut it off. It got pretty toasty, so let's turn this TV down, if anything. Sheesh. All right. It's time to lay some bass, and then we'll lay some candy. Oh, yeah. Got the truck masked up. It's 4 in the morning. My son has a tournament today. He has a game and a tournament all in one day. That's crazy. So we're going to shoot this black. We're going to base everything black. We got the jet black. That's the base coat for the candy, pearl, blueberry. And we're gonna hit about 2 coats. Not even heavy coats. It's already black. It's already black sealer on here. So we're going to just spray it, 2 medium coats of some jet black. And then we should be good to go for some candy blue. And then we'll clear it. We'll hit about 3-4 coats of clear. That clear is pretty thick, so nothing more than that. So let's get to it. Okay, y'all know the deal. Gotta blow down the shop. Just this area pretty much. Got our fans on. Blowing all that lint. Okay. Going down the area that we're gonna be spraying. Jams I ain't so worried about, just because they are vertical. They're not a flat panel like this hood over here. Probably get over here. Great, pretty cool. All right. Got our box of tack rags. I did go ahead and scuff the jams up just in case. So we're gonna hood. I'm not too worried about. It is sealer. The hot life is about, I think it's 24 hours, but the cure time, I think it's 12 hours. And honestly, it ain't even been 12 hours. I bounced right back up. 4 a.m. Got off it a few hours. I feel like a few hours ago. Anyway, let's try to open this up right quick. I'm not going to. Now, this is meant to pick up lint. So normally I unfold it, just drop it, and how it lands is how I pick it up. I don't put a whole lot of pressure. Hardly any pressure, just glide over the panel. But you don't want, it's sticky. So you don't want to leave that residue on the panel. So we're just gliding. Oh yeah, look. So there's a run right there. We gotta fix that. I think it's been there, but at this point, if I paint over it, that's on me. Slide over this. It should be fairly clean, but this is just in case. This, all right, should be good. With this hood, glide over it. Yes, sir. Let it just glide. You ain't gotta scrub it. You don't gotta detail it like that. It's gonna pick up anything that's just sitting on it. Just kind of rolling it. Straight like that. So we got the Jet Black loaded up. Gun is right there. We're gonna be using a SATA, however you wanna say it. Jet X 5500. Now, what we did was we blew the whole area down with the dust. Yes, you can wet the floor, but I'm not too concerned about the dust. It's I did the process a few times. My bad, y'all. I ain't had my coffee today, but yeah, did the process a few times, dust it, and then the way the jams are sitting, they're not sitting like the hood. The hood would be a different story, but the hood is the bottom of the hood, so I'm not too concerned about it either. The outside of the paint is just like what I would normally take the most precaution, is just making sure that the floor is wet. Sometimes I even paint. If I know I'm color sanding buffer regardless, I typically don't wet the floor. I don't go I pull the water hose all the way over here, wet the whole floor. But this isn't one of those jobs where I'm like, okay, it needs to be 100% immaculate because I don't want to color sand and buff it. That's what the customer paid for, was the color sand and buffing process. So even a little bit of dust, a lot of dust is still getting cut. Now, if you got a ton of dust in it, yes, then you should have wet the floor. But I'm not dealing with that. So wipe the jams down with the tack rag. We are getting ready to go ahead and hit the jams with the Jet Black. Like I said, 2 light coats, and then we'll slap the blue on. So let's go ahead and start on it. All right, some chest spray, just a little too wet. Turn it down just a little bit. A little too wet still. It's pretty cold, so. There we go. We did go ahead and get our run out. Same thing, nothing too wet. Almost kind of want to dust it on. We had the heat on for maybe about an hour. About to say a few hours, but no, about an hour. Now, in case you're curious on why I masked it like this, I masked it like this because this will prevent overspray getting on that primer. Remember we sanded, remember we did the body work? Well, I don't want to have to dig into it. I don't want to have to sand off the prior paint, you know, the paint from the jams. I don't want to have to tamper with what I already perfected. So, yes, some people can say, oh, well, it's fine to just sand it off. I don't want to sand it. And then if you don't sand it, you will have issues. So basically, hypothetically, we didn't cover this up, and now we have overspray from the candy on here. Well, whenever you lay that base down and then another coat of candy, you're going to be fighting the fact that the areas where the jams are darker than the rest of the car. So all of this would be extremely dark. It'd be extremely dark all right here, and then the rest of the car would be, you know, a little lighter, because whenever you hit the jam, you got all that overspray on there. I've had it happen, so where I shot candy and didn't do this process, and then was painting the candy, and all right here was all hella dark. So yeah, let's cut some light on. All right, so yeah, when it comes to candy, yes, it's a little trickier than, you know, your regular colors, but don't let that intimidate you into not doing it. Because if you can spray pearls and metallics, you'll be all right. I remember my first candy paint job. And yeah, it didn't go bad at all. For what I did, I feel like I did a damn good job for it being my first time. And I only say that because of how everybody made it seem. Let's go ahead and hit the hood. I'm gonna work forward then back, or you can do side to side, whatever. Everybody has their own pattern. We'll go ahead and up the fluid on this bad boy. Yeah. $50-50 overlap, drop 50%. Candy, I like to drop about 25% from your pattern. So if your pattern is 12 inches wide on a regular paint job, you should be dropping about 6 inches. Yeah. Don't overthink it, man. Just get in there and shine. Me, when I paint, I'm not gonna lie. It's not necessarily dry shooting. Oh yeah, we did start running. But in my conditions, I like to not dry shoot it, but and typically I see a lot of people lay their base coats down wet, and they're typically in a paint booth. Like when they're in the paint booth, they lay it down all wet, and I'm like, damn, how you laying your base like that without no reactions or anything like that? It's my environment. So in here, like I said in the last video, what I'll normally do is just dust it on. You don't want to, because you can mess it up. You can make it look gritty. I've done that. You got to find that threshold into like medium wet, a little less than medium wet. If that makes sense. So you can lay that. I've seen people lay that base down like it looked like some clear, like they hammering it. I would assume that it's got to be in some really warm conditions, like really good. But if it's cold, that shit is not going to work. It's like trying to spray rattle can paint on a wine glass. That shit gonna separate like crazy. So yeah, we'll let that sit for about 15 minutes because it's pretty cool. And then we'll I'ma just dust that second coat. I'll cut y'all back on when it's time to lay some candy. Y'all got the concept of laying the black base. The black base ain't gotta be perfect, just make sure that it's completely covered. So if you got a gray panel, a white, yellow, green, blue, and you happen to use a black base coat, make sure it's completely covered. That way that candy uses it's able to have its full potential. There's been times, I ain't gonna tell you nothing that I ain't went through. I'm not gonna tell you anything that I haven't experienced, I promise you. I'm not gonna tell you anything, oh, so this painter said this painter. No, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I done been through. There's been times where I sprayed candy and like, I was like, oh yeah, it shouldn't be a big of a deal. It's a little light right here and the rest of it's black. And yes, no, that candy will pick up whether or not you missed the spot. So when I shoot this blue, I know for a fact that it's fully covered. But if I shoot this blue and I miss this area just a little bit, that blue is going to be like a bright blue, and the rest of it is going to be a deep blue. And that's how it is. Even with the silvers, when you have a silver base coat or a yellow or orange, no, God, dog, a silver base coat or a gold base coat. If you mess up on any one of those, or you got an area that looks blotchy, so if your base coat looks blotchy and you lay that candy on top of that blotchiness, you're going to see that in the candy. I've dealt with that as well with the candy apple reds from House of Colors. So I'm only going to tell you based off my experience. So yeah, man, make sure that base coat is laid down just as good as the candy. But black, you got way more to get away with. You got way more room. Like you can't really tiger stripe black. You can't really have blotchiness on black unless you just like really miss the area. But with the black is gonna be on there. Hell, I could have just left it primered and not even shot the black, and I guarantee I'd have got the same results. Or I could have left it sealed, but we good to go, man. Let's let this sit and we'll cut y'all back on when it's time to lay some blue. All right, guys, time to roll. I'm gonna go a little lighter. It does look good though. Look good for the first coat, yeah. Keep going. First coat of base on this side. Play it on the other side. There she go. Man, if y'all could see what I see in person. Let that overspray clear out. Yeah, we're gonna have to put the light, move the light close. That's my hand, there we go. That looks amazing, man. First coat of blue. That's just the first coat. And it ain't even got no clear coat on it. So, yeah, that's gonna be mean, man. That's gonna be mean. So, purpose of taking the doors off is so that everything looks unison. He's got brand new hinges. So when you open that door, you're going to see the candy, and then you're going to see the chrome rims, and then you're going to see the hinges. We could paint the hinges. I'll run it by them and ask them, but I honestly think we should just leave them. I think they're over here. If not, they're okay. They are over here. So I mean, gosh, we can get it out of class. I mean, yes. So when you open that door, you'll see brand new hinges. You can shoot them black. You can shoot them the same color as the truck, but it'll really complement the fact that everything just is gonna be new on the truck. Got the, yeah. I can't even get over this color. This is a really good. I see why they call it blueberry. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna say it all the time. Camera does no justice. Absolutely. Absolutely no justice. No justice. So we'll let that first coat sit on there and kind of tack up, and then I'll cut y'all back on. Gosh, look at that. Wait till we clear that piece right there, man. Just wait for it. We're gonna let this sit for a little bit, a good 15 minutes. And then we'll put our last coat on. This is 2 coats right now. 2 coats of the blueberry. And I'm really loving the outcome right now. Damn near want to paint the whole truck today. But we're gonna jam everything. So basically the truck is jammed. So we'll wrap this thing in plastic. I really don't even gotta clear it, but I'm gonna go ahead and clear it. If you don't clear it right away, if you don't clear it, you got 24 hours to pretty much clear your base before it actually cures up on you. And then if you clear it, it'll just flake off. So what you wanna do is clear it immediately, or you got, I would say no more than 12 hours to hurry up and clear it. But we're gonna just go ahead and clear it. Like I said, the reason I would wait if I were going to would just be because I always end up hitting the jams again anyways for some reason. So basically I'll just base everything, clear it, the jams, put the whole car together, and then base the whole outside of the car, and then clear everything all over again, the jams included. I don't know why. Yes, I waste a little bit of, oh, damn, I got bit. But yes, I waste paint and clear at times that I do that, but I end up loving the outcome. So basically I'm clearing the jams twice, but there's been times where I've had maybe overspray in the jams where I'm like, man, F it, the door will already be on, but I'll go ahead and clear it. It's not a big deal. It's not an issue because everything, the jams got painted, the hinges was off when they got painted, everything. So you're just re-clearing the jams with the door on. Sometimes I do that. I hadn't really found 100% technique that I just rocked with every single time, every vehicle. Of course, every vehicle is different. Process is different. But with this one, I think what we'll aim for is, like I said, we'll base and clear the jams, be done with it, put the doors on. And before we put the doors on, the doors will be jammed as well. So we'll close it, tape it off really good, mask it really good, and then just base and clear the outside of the car. The jams will be completely finished. And then we'll check and see if the jams are good. A lot of the times, we spend hours of masking, taking our time on the masking, and sometimes we'll still get overspray. If we get overspray in areas we just can't get that buffer or that DAN, then we'll just end up re-clearing the whole gem. And it's more durability. I always look at it, the more clear, the more durability. Not all the time, but most of the time. So yeah, we'll let this sit for a little bit. I'll cut y'all back on when it's time to clear. And I do plan on doing a drop coat over the whole car, of course, and then we'll do the drop coat over the jam. So we'll see how hard the metallics is busting now. They going crazy now. They dancing. So we're about to see how it look whenever we start clearing. So I'm gonna do this dust coat of the blue. We'll do our last coat when it's time, and then cut y'all back on. All right, so I did 3 coats. I'm gonna do 4. This is technically barely half a coat, cause I'm gonna do a drop coat. I got my air pressure really low. That's what I'm at right here. And then I got my fluid wide open. Got my fan and fluid pretty much wide open. Down just a little bit higher. And what it's good. Just gonna dust the metallics down. Let's close the fan actually. Go. It just damn near changes the tone. It's crazy. Let's go ahead and hit this pocket one more time. Yes, I'm drop coating the jams. Alright. Still got some paint in there. That blue's so crazy. Yeah, it look good on camera, but I promise you, it's 100% different. I'm looking at it in person, and then I'm looking at the camera. There's no, there's no comparison. I'm looking at stuff y'all don't even see. Like I'm looking at, oh my goodness. Yeah, let's keep going. Ooh, that shit makes a difference. Man, that's been crazy every time. Yeah, it damn near changes the tone. It doesn't, but the way it is, the way you can see the metallic. Oh my goodness gracious. That should be illegal. All right, let's put it up. Put the base gun up. You did your job today. Appreciate you, baby girl. Get that out water out. Got this super wet show clear. We'll be applying to the candy blue. Let's get it. All right, so I got my WS 400 Iwata clear coat gun. Yeah, this thing's a beast. My favorite clear coat gun outside of the DB1 DeVelvis clear coat gun. That one's a beast, but this one's my favorite. Let's go. First coat of clear is on. That thing looking damn good. We got like a purple tone to it, especially like I said, that angle right there. It's like right at the creases where the edges. They always just have that deep purple, rich look to it. That's what I love about this color. And y'all probably can't even see it. Like I said, that camera do no justice. It look good though. First coat is on, so we'll hit that second coat here in about 15 minutes. And then let's see how we look. All right, man, that pretty much wraps it up for this video. We got the jet black with about 2.5 coats of clear. What I mean is 2 heavy coats and this 1 light coat. And then we got 3 coats of candy, 3 coats of clear on the jams. It'll be pretty good and durable. Now, it came out really good. I'm super excited. This is, yeah, one of my top favorite blues in person. Yeah, this is definitely major fan of it. I've never shot this particular color, but I have shot 4 or 5 different candy blues from all different brands. House of Color, Tamco, HQ Auto Paint, Grant 7. So very impressed with it. Now what we'll do is just let this thing sit. I will pick back up on it in the next video by putting the hood back on, finishing up on the bodywork on the doors, slapping the doors on, and then slapping the bed on, and then we'll shoot the whole outside of the truck, and this thing will be ready to go. We are gonna do the dash. I'm gonna do the dash, as a matter of fact, after, of course, after we demask it and everything. So before anything gets slapped on, we'll do the dash. We'll mask it up. We'll pretty much just mask it up the same way. Well, we'll just leave the plastic on there and cover the jams. So, and then we'll twist the truck to the side so that when I spray the dash, it just pulls right out the doors. So the truck is basically vertical to the fans. We'll swing it horizontal. So we'll just put a jack and swing the back end of it. That way this door is facing the fan. So that'll be in the next video. So like I said, y'all hit the subscribe button, stay tuned, man. We got a lot more content coming. I'm super satisfied with how this blue came out. This thing is sick. It is, gosh. Yeah, like I said, that camera does no justice. So yeah, y'all stay tuned. We about to get up on out of here, man. I appreciate y'all watching.